Hi, hi. Welcome in my. The more I the more I rehearse, it's not really in tune. The more I rehearse, the more it will come closer and closer. That I will sit here and play actually a tune for you. Welcome to Backstage Resume. Um, always the day after a backstage program, and my son has prepared something for yesterday, which I'm in a variation I'm going to read. Buenas tardes, mis amigos y admiradores. Bienvenido a mi programa Backstage Resume. Te quiero. Ruby was doing this for me. Yeah, well, yesterday we had a program, we had a new experience because they wouldn't let us show the videos. We found this out because we were going off air and off the internet and off Insta. Although I have the permission to show those videos, which is of course all videos I directed, but not only that, I also have the permission of the artist and the record company and the rights holders to play it. But they just cut us off. We have to clear this, and there is only two possibilities. Either I can clear it so we can play that, or in the future I have to show less of those videos. Interesting enough, it's only the famous stuff that was cut off. So here on the Backstage Resume, it's a little bit more relaxed. But I mean, maybe it's because it's you know I was doing now for the third time the new format, and I'm really happy. But maybe Insta alone is not the correct only the correct platform. Maybe we have to be creative. But as you know, the whole program, all the programs, Rudi Backstage, you can also view on my YouTube channel, Rudi Dorica Storo TV. And there we should not have the problem. We have to see how we are developing the live thing in the future. We're also looking to stream live on YouTube and stream live on Facebook. And the whole thing is obviously an idea which sooner or later will become a television show here in the United States as well as in Europe. I have already the final concept in my head. So yes, here, darlings, this is it. That was one of the main, the world premiere that yesterday we were able to announce that we were winning an award. We were winning an award! Yeah, yeah, yeah! It is the Platinum Remmy Award of the biggest and also longest existing independent film festival of the world in Houston, Texas. This Platinum Grammy Award is the main award, and we won it with a German production, a German, Belgian, Austrian, American production to be super precise, because with the German superstar Peter Maffay. I was explaining that the song Morgan, who won Video of the Year amongst 4,500, let me look it up so that I don't say anything wrong, 4,500 entries of 53 countries, was by an international jury became the Platinum Award, which is the highest you can get. It's Platinum, Gold, Silver, Bronze. Peter Maffay, whom I call the European Bruce Springsteen. And this video is about, do we want to wait again until it's too late? And it addresses the problem of neo-Nazis, racism, destroy of environment, animal testing, Fridays for Future, etc., etc., and is a very, very strong statement. And probably this also was happy for the, or was also reason why the international jury was awarding it. And what I do now, because that was the first time when we went off air yesterday, I'm gonna play. Peter was recording in Germany a little message in English, and also Hans Pernakuke, who I co-directed this video together from Belgium. He was recording one from Lanzarote, Spain, where he is in the moment. So I'm playing you now the statements that you may have missed yesterday, because that was the first time when we went off air because of the music in between. And you now have Peter Maffei, Hans Pannekuke, and Rudi Dolezal about
this video,
success.
Ladies and gentlemen, was the forerunner to our latest album, Jetzt, and of course it meant a lot to us. It was very close to my heart. Hans Pannekuke and Rudi Dolezal brought to life in an outstanding way the lyrics of my famous colleague Johannes Oerding. And we are very proud and honored that we received this attention. I would like to thank the jury.
Hello, thank you for the appreciation and thank you for the vote on our video. It's a great honor to win this prize on your wonderful festival.
To win the main award at an American Film and Video Festival with a German production of a German superstar singing in German is something special, especially when the jury is usually not existing of any German-speaking people. So this Remy Award, which is for Peter, Hans, we had co-directing, and myself, is something special because it shows that quality transcends regardless which language, regardless which culture, and regardless what the country is you form.
At the same time, it seems to be a very clear sign for an existing consensus in perspectives and attitudes across all borders. Thank you very much. All the best from good old Germany. Keep on rocking.
Thank you, Peter, for your talent and this opportunity. Thank you, Rudi, for this collaboration. It was wonderful. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all.
I want to thank Peter for the trust to have me being part of this. I want to trust Hans. We were co-directing the script together for a very interesting creative collaboration. And of course, I want to thank the jury. But I think this is an award for all the people who are not shutting up, and when things like destroying of environment or racism or other disgusting things appear, say what they think, like Peter Maffei. Peter, for me, is the European Bruce Springsteen, and I can say that because I had not only the privilege to work with Peter, but also with the boss, Bruce Springsteen. They're both on stage or off stage, behind the scene, in front of the scene, always the same guys, and have the same opinion and have the same attitude and are the same person. And I think this is very, very special, and that's what fascinates me in the persona and the performer and the human being, Peter Maffei. So thanks to you guys, and this award goes to anybody who is not shutting up and saying when something has to be said. And great videos you can only do with great artists, and Peter Maffei is one of the best. Yeah, it's pretty cool, I think, you know, and we're very happy, the three of us, to win this prestigious award. And that is why also, let me say a few words in German. Liebe Peter Maffei-Fans, gestern wurden wir ja runtergeholt aus dem Internet, genau mitten in den Beitrag, den wir jetzt gerade wiederholt haben mit den Grußbotschaften von Peter und von Hans und meiner Wenigkeit. Das ist schon eine tolle Sache und ich persönlich bin deswegen dem Peter sehr dankbar. Erstens einmal, dass er mich da in dieses Projekt hineingeholt hat, aber auch, ich bewundere den Peter Maffay aus mehreren Gründen. Und eines davon ist, dass er dem Bruce Springsteen so ähnlich ist er ist ident mit sich selbst. Also Maffay ist vor der Bühne genauso wie auf der Bühne und dann hinter der Bühne und er sagt auf der Bühne das gleiche wie im Privatleben und umgekehrt. Er ist ein Künstler, der mit sich selbst ident ist und das mag ich. Ich kenne noch ein paar andere, wenige, aber einer davon ist Bruce Springsteen und die beiden werden sich ja auch früher oder später treffen. Ich werde da versuchen, etwas einzufädeln, weil ich ja auch das Privileg hatte, mit dem anderen Boss, der Peter ist der deutsche Boss und der Bruce Springsteen ist der amerikanische Boss, arbeiten zu dürfen. Okay, back to English. That was for German and Austrian and Swiss fans. So, trivia was also yesterday. This picture of the young Rudy was won by the lovely Sharon Desolet, a person who does lovely things like that. She's an artist, and she had the correct answer. And it was 347 answers, of which only a small amount was correct. And I took the effort and I was calculating the percentages of from which countries the correct answers came from, and Italy won. Viva Italia! So 40% of the correct answers from Italy, 20% of the correct answers were from American followers, friends, and fans, 10% France, 10% Austria, my home country, 10% England, UK, and 5% Australia and 5% Argentina, which shows you, and for Argentina we had the Buenas tardes, mis amigos, de la Argentina. For them, I had the Spanish introduction both to Rudy Backstage and to Backstage Resume. It shows that my friends and fans and followers are all around the world. I mean, there's many other countries, Czech Republic, Poland, Holland, Sweden, of course, Middle America, more South American countries, and I think this is building. What we are doing here is we are building a community of people who are interested in the work and the stories and the whatever I have to say of me. And I'm not so much doing programs or shows. It's more, I'm telling you things. I'm letting you in my office. This is how I work. Here is how I write the book. This is my view. Soon I'm gonna cook also in Rudy Backstage. I'm gonna show you how with the recipe of a Rudy Backstage salad. And the new trivia question is connected with this lady, because that's also what you can win. This is a piece of art by my dear friend Petra Probst from Vienna, Austria. It's based on a photograph of Whitney Houston and myself. Photograph was taken on 1999. And the question is tricky. I've told the story, so if you are clever, and I give you this hint, you find the answer here on Doro TV, because I told the story once, or more than once, but once it's on Rudi Doritz's Doro TV. The question is, which are the two artists and the two documentaries that I showed Whitney Houston, her friend and manager Robin Crawford, in my editing room in Vienna before they said that I should do a documentary on Whitney, and they sort of hired me, or we became partners in what later became my international award-winning documentary. So, which are the two documentaries and the two artists? It was two different artists. One of the two is a very famous documentary of mine. The other one is a very famous band, where the documentary might not be so famous, but the band is famous. So that's the question for next week. I know it's not easy, but I mean, this is great stuff to win here. You know, I mean, this is not something that where I just say, what is the third album of Queen, or what was the latest hit of the Rolling Stones, or whatever. So that's the trivia for next week. So, which brings me to the fact that we are having our new system since last week with the email addresses. Now, Paul is going to show you in a moment the email addresses, and I'm going to explain you what they mean and what we would like to have. So, of course, the one that you know is the preorder.freddybook@gmail.com. That's the one where you are writing an email if you want to pre-order my book, which I kindly ask you to do. And if you have done it, tell it to your friends and family. For $10 or €10 from Europe, you can secure a autographed copy of my forthcoming book, My Friend Freddy, in the language of your choice. And you send the first email to this email address saying, yes, I want to pre-order. This is my name and my address. And I'm willing to pay $10 or €10 upfront as an advance. And then you will get a confirmation email, the so-called first email. And then later you get a second email with clear instructions how to pay the $10 or the €10 and how the whole thing works. Then backstage.trivia at gmail.com. This is where you please send the answers which you think is the correct answer for every week for the trivia question. The answers only count in the future when you send them to this email address. If you send them to me, it doesn't count because I don't have the time anymore. I'm super sorry, but I have to write the book, I have to prepare the weekly programs, and to work on other projects. So backstage.trivia@gmail.com. Then backstage.q&a, which reads Quanda, @gmail.com. This is where you can ask questions, which I'm going to answer in my new format, which there is already some on this channel, which is called Backstage Plus, which is just a Q&A show. And backstage@ArtRudyArt is where you send your art, which I'm inviting you. And backstage.runrudyrun is where you send videos to show me that you're active. You don't have to run, you can also walk, you can also do sit-ups, or you can dance, or you can do any kind of activity. Make a 30-second or whatever little video and send it to me, and the best ones I post, and the best and funniest ones we also will cut together, and sooner or later we'll have on Rudi Dolitz als Doro TV on this YouTube channel, so you also get some exposure. Thank you, Paul. So this is the email addresses. And if you have an interesting trivia question, also send it to the trivia email. So if you think oh, I know something, I know an answer to that, which is really, really cool, please send it to me. I'm open for your suggestions. This should be a give and take and a really nice exchange between followers, friends, fans, and myself. By the way, this in the back, because people were asking me, I have one as well. It's a Doro t-shirt, which actually I only did for my crew. On the back it says Film Crew, and on the front it says, of course, Doro Films International. Soon I'm thinking of making those available to friends and fans. So if you are interested, let me know. We're probably going to do a separate email address for it. My angels are listening. So, darlings, again, I think it was a very interesting show yesterday. The problems were not technical. They cut us off. We're going to solve this. And what I wanted to tell you, because not only because she's one of the winners, this is the beautiful work of Sharon Desolate. Check her out. She's also known to Queen fans. She did beautiful Queen and also some stuff for Freddie Mercury and myself. And I love her art. And we created one hit last week, which I had sort of a gut feeling. Ich dachte mir schon, dass das gut ankommt. I'm talking German in between because we are multilingual. Ich dachte mir schon, dass es gut ankommt, weil ich habe diese Initiative gestartet. I started this initiative Art Rudy Art, wo ich die Leute inspiriert habe und gesagt habe, macht's Kunst. Und jetzt auch wieder, do some art, be active, everybody is creative, jeder ist kreativ. Ja? Jeder kann. Eine auf die und auf der. Nicht jeder ist so perfekt wie Sharon, but das soll niemanden entmutigen. You shouldn't be disencouraged just because Sharon does great stuff. She also started somewhere, sometime. And so do other great artists which I adore, like Barbara Boffa or Crystal Pieri, the female Picasso. And so we created something. I took some of the pictures and the paintings and the reworked photographs, and last week we did it in a collage called Art Rudy Art, the virtual gallery, which is here on this channel. And now we have a part 2, and I want to show it to you because it's so lovely. And I want to show you the new version, which is additional new pictures, paintings, which I call Art Rudy Art Part 2. Great work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the artists. You are doing this. This is I'm just a platform. And at the end, you saw Crystal Pieri, who I call the female Picasso next to Pablo Picasso, the famous painter. But of course, it was in the Wax Museum. I also adore her work a lot. Then I'm going to thank one person outside, and the person knows exactly whom I mean. I promise that. And with that, I say thank you very much for watching the latest edition of Backstage Resume, which is always premiered on Monday. And from Monday on, of course, you see it all the time on Doro TV, on Rudi Doritzal's Doro TV. So I hope you liked, Rudi Backstage, and I hope I see you soon. Bye bye.